Come on, Mama, look. Let's roll. All right, people. This is the breeding y'all been waiting on. I already know 3 dogs in this litter are gone. When I say gone, they paid the deposits. They've been waiting on this for at least a year and some change. Amira's one I've been waiting on myself. This is the last pup I keep for the next 4 years. It's coming out of this girl here. If she gets pregnant, this is the last dog from the bully side of things that I keep for 4 years. She's got a little limp to her. Stan say he don't know what's going on. I know how to fix it. So it should be good to go. Now, Doc, when you're assessing, should the female be bred, all that other stuff, man, what are the things you're looking for?
Oh, just how is our oral cavity looking? Is there, like we talked about before, is there an overbite? Is there an underbite? Is it a breed acceptable over or underbite? Do the eyes appear normal? Is there a hernia going on? And then just kind of our skeletal conformation.
Now, do you know why split heats happen? Because it's never been confirmed in any situation where, like, in fact, this is what took place. I've read a lot of books, and unfortunately, they can't say either exactly, but is there a...
Not that I know of. And I've diagnosed quite a few of them. I can't figure out why. It's just one of those, hey, we're not going to breed this time.
And because she, again, you see how swollen she is, man.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. What would be the concern is like a pyometria, which also come, because she's 3 years old. Increased risk of pyometria is there.
Yep.
But Stan, we said she's swollen. I said, well, is she bleeding? Because if she's swollen, and it's not a good thing, what kind of pus is coming out of there?
Right. Yeah, I mean, she's definitely getting to the age that the more heat cycles we go through, the more likely we are to get a pyo if we don't get bred.
Yeah.
But I have diagnosed a puppy. I mean, first heat cycle, I have diagnosed as a pyometria before.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, it can happen whenever. It's just more increase the longer we get along.
Dang, man. That's crazy, man. We'll go ahead and give them a look at what it is you're assessing. And we're going to do a progesterone test people today. Now, be mindful. At this stage, she doesn't need a progesterone test, but she is definitely swollen. Lord have mercy.
Super swollen.
So that's like, I better be safe than sorry. So another good question then, I would imagine is, be it she had a split heat, my concern now is not having the identifiable markers for me on when would be the right time versus Zara. I know she starts bleeding, she swells up, starts bleeding, next thing you know, day 11, we're sitting at the point like the 1.5.
Yeah.
Day 13, we're at the 5, and then a lot of times she'll double the next day and be at 15. On day 14, normally we can do an AR-TCI, which we've had a lot of success with, but on a split heat, in 3 years, I haven't had her, so I don't even know when she bleeds and how often.
Yeah, that's the hard part. That is the hard part.
So should they bring them in when they start bleeding the first time just to test if it's normal the split?
Normally what I do, no matter what the situation is, I start testing them 7 to 10 days after they first started bleeding.
Yeah.
And just kind of go from there.
Okay.
Figure out why you limping.
Yeah. She's a layer downer too, man.
Is she?
Yeah, as soon as you touch her, she want to roll over on her belly.
How long has she been limping for?
Well, he told me it just started the other day.
Yeah.
So, mind you, he literally brought her yesterday after 12 o'clock. So I go, man. And she hasn't been mad active or doing too much of anything. He said,
No.
So that's the crazy part.
She's got a little laxity in her knee, but...
Yeah. One side or both sides?
Just the one. Just that one. So it could be I don't think an ACL is completely torn.
Yeah.
But there's at least a strain or a sprain on it. Or a partial tear.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like it's completely torn today.
That's good. That's good.
But the rest of it looks great.
And that in itself is a goal, people. You know what's crazy is I've dealt with these dogs now for so long. There was 2 weeks where Ego was limping bad. I'm talking that back left leg, he was like this here. I said, buddy, you better figure it out. Now he's back to normal, but we'll never know until we know. She's been agitated in some form or fashion. I wasn't there. Unfortunately. But now look, even seeing a couple of them drops of blood,
Oh yeah.
she was with me for literally 3 weeks, and I said, Stan, let me keep her one more week because maybe she's gonna start. So we look at proestrus, estrus, anestrus, all those estruses per se. Swelling comes, then after they swell, they start leaking and bleeding per se.
Yep.
And then once we see that sign of blood, that's when we start counting our days from a breeding standpoint. Then you find your good vet, and you say, hey man, I need to know kind of like where we're at because this is a 3-year-old female, which means I've been waiting for 3 years and taking care of her. Shout out to our guy Iron Shark K9 Stan to make sure she's good. And there's no time like the present, man. It's one of the ones you like, let's get this over with. She's got 2 breedings with me, and then where she's done, she's getting fixed. She's getting shut down. So, those that are waiting for Amira's pups, they're on their way if everything goes right. So far, so good. This is good signs right here.
Oh yeah.
One of the things I would tell you that I learned before, mine's a dog we have, when she bleeds, she stinks. And on top of her stinking, I saw how much gunk and bacteria was in there when we did her TCI. So she had yellow mucus on her inner canal, which is why they suggested, even before I even saw her TCI, hey, you might want to do a cytology, because I was nervous, be it she was peeing like a madman. So I said, yo, she could have an infection.
Yep.
Didn't have one, but it was kind of in there somewhere.
Yeah.
What are the things you do to clean the, I guess, canal or vaginal canal?
If it's bad and not normal, I'm just doing a dose of some antibiotics. That's it.
Okay. And we won't tell you what kind, people, so don't ask. I've been all, I gotta run that real quick. Don't do it. You can cut the camera and keep the other one rolling. I got it. So how often would you say someone who is breeding should get a vaginal cytology done?
I really don't do a whole lot of them unless the progesterone is looking like it is a split heat. Then I start looking at vaginal cytology.
Interesting.
Quick question, though.
Yeah.
Casey's good to go?
Yes.
Special instructions?
In a split heat, what makes you do one, for split heaters? And what would be one thing you look for in the cytology to tell you, like, okay, we've got some problems here?
I'm just looking to see if there's an infection going on. I mean, like I said, can't figure out why a split heat happens, but if I can find a reason, find something to fix, I'm at least trying to fix it, at least for next time.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's not happy.
Another one of my rescues.
Oh, that's a rescue dog.
Yeah.
Not one that you own though.
Oh God, no.
Oh.
Mine are all fixed.
You gonna be none of that.
And here's a good picture for y'all to look at. There's a bunch of like the little circles.
Yeah.
It's gonna be red blood cells, and then you got like the cornflakes. Then there's a dark, like a big dark circle in the cornflake. And the cornflake's the epithelial.
Yeah.
So
what does that mean?
that's the normal, like the
Don't
the
press
skin
up
of the
against it.
vagina.
There you go.
Yeah, I learned my lesson the last time. I don't know what I couldn't see nothing. Oh, I see the frosted flakes.
Yep,
They're not frosted flakes, but they flakes.
they look like it.
And so what does that tell you in terms of her health
Oh, wow.
in cytology?
Good. That just proves that she's in that proestrus stage, which is the bleeding stage.
Yes, Lord.
So everything looks normal.
Let's see. That's good news right there, man.
Yeah.
That is good news.
It's crazy.
Okay, now guys, what we're going to do is we're going to run, again, just put in perspective. So this is day 2 technically of her cycle.
Cycle?
Yeah. So we're gonna turn around. We're gonna do a light progesterone test. We're gonna tell you what numbers you're getting. We're gonna show you everything. So normally I do about 4. Unfortunately, I don't think that the vets know what they're doing at our old place, but they just keep hitting you over the head. The head, you just like every time you come in, just walk around, we'll take it light, and then see that bill. And so it just keeps adding up. In this case, I can pace myself now that I know exactly what's going on. And we don't have to rush the things. This doctor's not reactive to the dollar bill. Now, mind you, all this stuff costs. But more so, hey, the dog's not ready. Just come back and get it another time. In this case, I know for a fact she's not ready. But it's good to show you what the paper says, what to look for, and how to pace yourself when you see blood from day 1 to day 10. So that's the thing. Technically, this is the first day she's been in my possession. I said, man, let's get her over here. Let's show them on paper what it looks like the first day of bleeding and what to look for at day 10, 11, 12. So, I'm going to
roll it.
Yeah. Blood time.
Behind you.
Okay, baby.
I know they're so short and stout.
It's a big stinky gun. Get some blood pumping so we can do progesterone tests over. Mind you, this is the first day, so it really doesn't matter. I want to show you kind of start to finish what that looks like. You roll. Go. There we go. You have the IDEX machine right here.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Oh, yeah.
So how fast can you guys get results normally?
About 10 minutes.
Oh, we got 10 minutes. I ain't got nothing but time today, baby.
Well, I got nowhere to be.
This is all work.
Exactly.
And so this thing right here is doing what?
Yeah.
With the blood.
This is just rocking it back and forth so it doesn't clot. That's all that's doing.
So it's just keeping it moving, and then at what point after this does this? Look, what's 2 minutes here?
Oh, God, I can do it whenever. All I got to do is get her in the computer so I can pull it
see.
over. That's it.
Computer work, people.
It's easy.
It's good. It's good. You good, Mom? You good, man?
Ready. Yeah, I just wanted to hold it off that way.
Oh, the blood, so you gotta hold it there for a second.
Because otherwise it'll blow in.
What's her name, Trevor?
Amira.
Alrighty. Thanks, bro.
Amira.
Put your collar back on. There we go.
45 pounds.
She might be just 45 pounds.
I can go wait.
Yeah,
Let's go wait real quick. Let's get this on.
How old is she? She's 3?
Yeah, she's at least 3. I got her paperwork though, so I ain't even worried about that.
Come on, Mom. You just get on.
And relax.
Oh, snap. I think he called it. Bro, he called it.
44.8.
He called it.
Yeah, that was it. That was a good weight. Yeah, 44.8.
Alright. So we're just getting a little bit of blood.
That's how this works.
Put that little UFO thing there. And then here, this thing comes with a slide and what's called a wash. The
Interesting.
wash just goes there. Little slide. Drops in right there. Pops over. And that's going.
Boom. And it's gonna tell
That's all
us.
there is to it.
It's gonna tell us whether she's.
Gonna tell us the number.
That number is all that matters.
The numbers are what means what on this machine. So like her number was 0.3. So
0.3?
Yep. So anestrus, meaning she's not in heat, or proestrus in the bleeding stage. We know she's here. We already know it. And then so we would, if you were to retest, you would do it in about 3 days or so.
Yeah, no, I don't even think she started her heavy bleeding.
No.
at all. She's like, just seeing the tinkle got me excited. I'm like, tinkle, tinkle, tinkle.
Yeah.
This is good. I like this right here. That's perfect. So she's at a 0.3.
0.3.
Alright, so we just got Amira's test back. He said she was at a 0.3.
Oh yeah.
Look, that's what it says, 0.3. Which means she's useless right now. No, I'm playing.
Yep.
She cannot be bred. He's got the greater than, less than, equal to thing. Each one of these things give you perspective. What is an LH surge? Now, I actually know this, to be clear.
You'd explain it better than me. Have at it.
Basically, it's when the ovulation is basically about to start ovulating, and then the eggs are going to start dropping. So over those next 2 days, wait, look at the dog. You see him shaking his over the next 2 days, basically, you then retest right in that area, and you say, oh, she's ready to go. Because once it surges, now you know those eggs are about to fall. You do not want to catch it on the last day, which is what this comes in handy.
Yep.
Because once we say, oh, snap, she's at 27. See, 27 means she can still climb, but at that point, you've got to do surgical.
Surgical. Yep.
Surgical's ideal once you get over 21 and up. Like 25 technically. 21 you can still do AI if you got a good female. And definitely a TCI. 15 to 17 or 15 to 20, those are perfect numbers for AIs. God, those are perfect numbers for AIs. So I like this thing because I'm like, oh, I read all this. This makes sense. Man, this is good. Ah, you even got the semen type too, though.
Oh yeah.
This is huge. This is huge, people. We got a lot to teach you, man. This is good. And the beauty about it is we're gonna do four breedings this year.
Yeah.
So we'll have at least.
Getting pregnant. Yeah, come on.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Good girl, you're so good.
I came a long way. Boom, that's the sound. So guys, we're closing this one out here. What you saw is we assessed the mirror. She will be getting bred. We're going to turn around. We already know semen angle is good, but we'll do a video on the semen count at some point. But for the most part, progesterone tests matter. People always, bro, man, my female didn't take. I said, what were her numbers? They said, what do you mean? Or they have no clue. So if you don't have a clue about the importance of progesterone testing, especially in some of y'all's cases, y'all living and dying off of a breeding, we'll survive. If this breeding doesn't take, we will be fine. But it is one of the breedings that gets us closer to the ideal dogs we want to continue to, teach and just showcase. So for us, it's more education. But at anywho, get you a good vet. Come into, this is Frisco, right?
Yep.
Liverpool Animal Hospital. Got it right? I got it right. Liverpool Animal Hospital. Touch base with Tadlock, man. Learn all you can and keep taking care of your dogs.